Good afternoon. We're doing another edition of I Heard It Through the Grapevine. Got a few questions on here we're going to try to answer today, and hope that I can give a little clarification on these. And they're ones that are asked quite often, so we want to let you know exactly how it works. And the first one is, why is the fall cleanup for those living in the city limits only? The reason the fall cleanup is for those living in the city limits only is because it is paid for first and foremost with city tax money, and that by law can only be used for stuff within the city limits. And then anybody who lives in the county, they're under the county tax code, and so the county would be the one to take care of you guys for if you live outside the city limits. And I believe they use the solid waste district for most of their stuff. And then we've also had the question, well, what if I'm on city water and city trash but still can't enjoy the cleanup? And again, it is two completely different entities. The water department pays and collects money for the trash for water and the water and sewer for that, and then the cleanup is to help keep the city clean, which is paid for out of tax money that is received at the city. And so that's why those two don't cross over, except for one caveat, and the company that we use, which is Republic Services, does allow one bulky item a week. You just have to call them, and you can put out one extra item each week if you live outside the city limits, or in the city limits for that matter, as part of the trash service. So I know it's a lot in there, but basically it's that inside the city limits, that cleanup is just strictly to keep our city clean. That's paid for with tax money, and that has to be the residents who live within the city limits, from Hiawassee to around the post office, just past the post office on the east side or west side in the city, for those citizens. The next question is, why does the pool close on Labor Day when it's still hot outside? And that's another one we used to close for years and years and years when school started. And then a couple of years ago, we started staying open just on the weekends till Labor Day. And that is really just because of staffing. Most of our staffing are people who are either in college or go to high school, and when they go back to school, we just really don't have any staffing left. And most outdoor pools are that way, from Rogers to Whitewater and Branson, to most of them operate that way unless they have another source of income, either indoor or something that can keep them open year round. So it's strictly a staffing thing. That's how it's always been, and we do it as long as we can, which is to bring them in on the weekends up until Labor Day. But by shortly after Labor Day, everybody's in the full swing of school and sports and all that, and so we just wouldn't have any staff left if we tried to stay open for another month till it actually started getting cold. So that's the answer for that. Upcoming soon is Picking Time on 59. Looking forward to that. That is Wednesday, September 23rd through Saturday, September 25th. That will go from 59 in Siloam all the way to Sulphur Springs, and there will be people set up in different areas on that. If you want to set up, you can call the Chamber of Commerce or the city. We are also going to waive the permit for any yard sales that weekend. So if you want to have a yard sale that weekend, you will not have to get a permit through the city in order to have one. Again, that is September 23rd through the 25th. Again, if you're able to do something, great, do something. Call the chamber, they'll get you set up with a booth somewhere, or you can do something at your own house with the yard sale on that weekend too. And then fall cleanup, back to what we started off with in the cleanup of the city, that is the September 27th through October 2nd. Again, that will be at the bus barn. Again, you'll need to show some kind of proof of that you do live within the city limits, either a driver's license or a utility bill or something that shows the street name or something like that on there, and you'll be able to do that. That will be from 7:30 to 3:30 Monday through Friday, and then 8 to 11 on Saturday. Now, about 3-4 years ago, we had the Saturday, just everything got full because it wasn't manned. We do man those now, which is why there's times on there. And so we haven't had an issue since then of any Saturday not having plenty of room. We also remove any full dumpsters on Friday so that everybody coming Saturday morning can get to the dumpsters. So hopefully, if you're able to do that, we shouldn't have any issues with dumpsters this year. And then last but not least, I'm going to give special thanks to our fire department for the 20th anniversary of 9/11, all the work they did. It was a fantastic Saturday morning. They read off the names of paramedics, firefighters, police officers that went in the building, and then they rang the bell, and it was just from beginning to end was a great time, and we appreciate them doing that for the last few years, and it's a great thing to have in the city of Gravette. I hope you guys have a good week. We'll talk to you next time.